Hi, I'm Andy Carvel, co-founder and partner at Phiture. We're a mobile growth consultancy based in Berlin and New York. We believe that 2022 is going to be the year of subscription optimization. Here's why. Subscription optimization is going to become super important because there's a massive competition for the same share of wallet. Users are not going to have 10, 20 subscriptions. You're going to be competing with pretty much every other app in the store that's also trying to do subscriptions. You're going to be selling, trying to sell, basically become one of those few subscriptions which your users are holding, right? That means increased competition to acquire users, but also to retain them. Users are going to change subscriptions more often as well. We're already seeing that trend. So let's talk about subscriber acquisition. It's already about having a really strong and clear value prop. What are the benefits? What's the value to the user of not only downloading your app, but then also subscribing? You want to be already pushing the benefits of subscription in your adverts, really nailing that, hammering it home in your app store listing and your app store presence, definitely delivering on that in your onboarding experience and reinforcing those expectations, definitely in your paywall, where you really want to then really optimize for conversion based on this value prop. And then, of course, you need to deliver on that value prop, not just in the first month, but ongoing. Okay. Another big prediction for 22 is that signal testing is going to become even more important. Identifying users who have a propensity to become subscribers before they do so. So using predictive modeling to identify signals that indicate that a user is going to purchase, because you want to be able to optimize your ad spend and get a signal back to the ad platforms quickly so that you can optimize for events which might not be a conversion or conversion to trial or conversion to purchase, but something earlier in the funnel. And use machine learning to refine that model over time based on the actual results that you see. Okay, once the user's acquired, you need to convert them to subs or a trial. Trial not necessarily the way to go. We're seeing more apps actually going straight to getting users to pay right off the bat. In either case, you're going to need to do paywall optimization. We do see a lot of apps now doing paywall optimization, but actually still quite a few that are not optimizing or testing new paywalls or different versions of their paywalls. Adjacent to the idea of paywall optimization is the concept of price testing. So figuring out what users will pay, maybe doing dynamic pricing, so not offering the same price to all users, but figuring out segments that will pay more or less, and optimizing your overall LTV based on this. Once a user's subscribed, you need to retain them. And we see actually, again, in 22, we're going to see more emphasis on subscriber retention for sure. As people kind of max out their conversion rate on the paywall optimization, the challenge then becomes to retain the users. Keep providing extra value for them. So that could be new content, for example, recommendations. A lot of that could be delivered through CRM, things like push notifications, in-app messages, email marketing, but can also be exposed within your UX. It's all about helping your subscribers to keep coming and seeing the value of their subscription. And back to predictions again and predictive modeling, or churn prediction rather, and predicting payment failures becomes super important. Much easier to interact and intervene before something becomes a problem than after a user churns. If a user does churn, a subscriber churns, then you want to really get that user back. It's a high-value user, and you want to do everything you can, even if you need to deep discount in order to bring them back with a special offer. You might also want to do retargeting, which is still available, still possible in some places, particularly Android right now. It's still possible. You could also use email retargeting, for example, or other channels to reach out to that user and to try to bring them back. If they were paying once, maybe they'll pay again. Yeah, and finally, there's a bunch of tech and tools which are going to support. Another prediction is that even more of these tools and platforms will spring up in 22. It's a hot space. We see folks like Revenue Cat, Purchasely, Conversion, Superwall, to name just four. There's other platforms springing up almost every week, offering help with things like accounting and analytics, paywall testing. And on the predictive modeling side, we don't see yet these kind of new subs platforms offering a lot on the predictive modeling side, but there are other platforms out there that can help you with those if you need to buy them in. You could also build them yourselves with your data science team. That's it. That's my predictions for 2022, the year of subscription optimization.